Imagine waking up one morning and finding that your keys have vanished again. You retrace your steps, searching every nook and cranny, but the memory of where you last placed them slips through your fingers like sand. At first, it seems insignificant, maybe just a sign of getting older or of being too busy. We all misplace things once in a while, right? But what if these moments start piling up, becoming more frequent, more frustrating, and more unsettling? What if they start to interfere with the life you cherish, the conversations with loved ones, the hobbies you enjoy, and the independence you've always taken pride in? Dementia isn't just a distant shadow lurking in the corners of someone else's story. It's a reality that could touch any of us, and knowing its early signs can make all the difference. Today, let's talk about 10 early warning signs of dementia that you should never ignore. This isn't just information, it's a lifeline for you, for your family, and for your future. Let's start with the first sign, memory loss that disrupts daily life. Sure, everyone forgets names or appointments occasionally, especially as we age. But dementia-related memory loss is different. It's not just forgetting, it's failing to remember even after being reminded. You might ask for the same information repeatedly, rely more and more on memory aids or family members, or forget important dates and events. It can feel like you're losing pieces of yourself, bit by bit. If you notice that you or someone you love is having trouble recalling recent events, repeating questions, or struggling to remember things that used to come easily, it's time to pay attention.
The second sign is difficulty planning or solving problems. Maybe you've always been good with numbers, balancing your checkbook, or following a favorite recipe. But now, even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Managing monthly bills becomes confusing, or you find yourself making more mistakes in tasks that require concentration. Dementia can make it hard to follow familiar steps or think logically. You might notice increased frustration or anxiety when faced with decisions, or an inability to keep track of multiple steps in a process. These struggles can chip away at your confidence and make daily living more stressful. The third sign is confusion with time or place. Have you ever found yourself unsure of the day, month, or even year? Or walked into a room and forgotten why you came? For those with early dementia, this confusion can become chronic. You might lose track of where you are, how you got there, or what's supposed to happen next. Sometimes, people forget familiar routes home or get lost in places they've visited for years. This isn't just absent-mindedness, it's a warning sign that your spatial and temporal awareness is slipping. Such moments can cause panic, fear, and a creeping sense of vulnerability. The fourth sign is trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships. This can mean difficulty judging distances, reading, or recognizing objects and faces. You might have trouble distinguishing colors or contrast, or find driving more challenging because you can't interpret traffic signals or judge where the curb is. These changes can be subtle at first, but they pose real risks, not just to your independence, but to your safety. Everyday tasks like dressing or walking become harder, and you might start to withdraw from activities you once enjoyed because they feel daunting.
The fifth sign is problems with speaking or writing. Maybe you notice that it's harder to join in conversations or find the right words. You might pause mid-sentence, searching for a term that's just out of reach, or repeat yourself without realizing it. Sometimes, people struggle to follow or contribute to group discussions, lose their train of thought, or forget what they were saying. Writing can become just as challenging, sentences trail off, spelling mistakes increase, and familiar vocabulary slips away. This can be deeply isolating, especially for those who pride themselves on wit, storytelling, or strong communication skills. It can lead to embarrassment, withdrawal, and a sense that the world is moving on without you. The sixth sign is misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace steps. We all lose things: glasses, wallets, remote controls. But with dementia, it's not just about losing. It's about not being able to retrace your steps or remember how you got there. You might find objects in unusual places, the keys in the refrigerator, the phone in the bathroom drawer. What's worse, you might accuse others of stealing because you can't imagine where else the item could be. This can cause tension in relationships, create unnecessary conflict, and contribute to feelings of paranoia or mistrust. It's not just frustrating, it's frightening. The seventh sign is decreased or poor judgment. This could mean making questionable financial decisions, like giving money away to telemarketers, falling for scams, or neglecting to pay bills. It can also show up in personal grooming or hygiene, wearing inappropriate clothing for the weather, or failing to bathe regularly. Judgment is about making sound decisions, and when it starts to slip, it can have serious consequences for health, safety, and well-being. You might ignore medical advice, forget to take medications, or make choices that put you at risk. Friends and family might notice changes before you do, and it's important to listen to their concerns.
The eighth sign is withdrawal from work or social activities. Have you lost interest in hobbies you once loved, or stopped attending social gatherings? Maybe you feel overwhelmed by group conversations, or worry about keeping up with others. Dementia can sap motivation, making favorite activities feel burdensome or confusing. You might pull away from friends and family, stop participating in clubs or volunteer work, or avoid situations that require mental effort. This withdrawal isn't just about losing interest. It's often a way to hide the symptoms, avoid embarrassment, or protect yourself from difficult experiences. But isolation can make symptoms worse and rob you of vital support. The ninth sign is changes in mood and personality. Dementia can alter how you feel and how you interact with others. People often become confused, suspicious, depressed, fearful, or anxious. You might be easily upset at home, at work, or with friends, especially when out of your comfort zone. Mood swings can be dramatic, and personality changes can leave loved ones feeling like they're living with a stranger. Someone who was once outgoing may become withdrawn, while a quiet person may develop sudden aggression or irritability. These emotional shifts aren't just hard on you, they're hard on everyone who cares about you. The 10th and final sign is difficulty completing familiar tasks at home, at work, or at leisure. This could mean struggling to use the television remote, forgetting the rules of a favorite game, or having trouble cooking a familiar meal. Tasks that used to be automatic now require intense concentration or repeated effort. You might need more help than before, or feel defeated by routines that once brought joy. This loss of competence can be demoralizing, eroding your sense of independence and self-worth. These 10 signs aren't just a list, they're a roadmap to understanding what's happening in your life, or in the life of someone you love. Dementia doesn't announce itself with a fanfare, it sneaks in quietly, stealing moments, memories, and abilities. But the earlier you recognize the signs, the better your chances of getting help, slowing progression, and finding support. It's easy to brush off these symptoms as just getting older. After all, aging brings changes in memory, speed, and stamina. But dementia is different. It's a disease, not a normal part of aging. And while there's no cure yet, early diagnosis can make a huge difference. Treatments, therapies, and lifestyle changes can help manage symptoms, improve quality of life, and give you more precious time with those you love. If you notice these signs in yourself or someone close to you, don't wait. Talk to your doctor, get evaluated, and start building a plan. Living with dementia is a journey, and it's one best taken with support. If you're feeling scared, isolated, or uncertain, know that you're not alone. Millions of Americans are navigating the same path, and there's hope, help, and community waiting for you. Sharing your experiences, seeking advice, and connecting with others can bring comfort and strength. Let's take a moment to reflect. What would you do if you noticed these signs in your own life? Would you reach out for help, or would you try to tough it out alone? Would you confide in a loved one, or keep it hidden out of fear or pride? The truth is, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's an act of courage. It's a way to take control, to fight for your health, and to protect the life you've built. If you're a family member, friend, or caregiver, your role is vital. Pay attention, speak up, and offer support. Listen without judgment, encourage medical evaluation, and help your loved one maintain dignity and independence. Remember, dementia doesn't just affect one person, it touches entire families, circles of friends, and communities. The journey may be challenging, but it's not hopeless. Every day, researchers are working to unlock new treatments, therapies, and strategies to help people live better, longer lives. Innovations in medicine, technology, and care are making a difference. And you can be a part of that change by staying informed, advocating for awareness, and supporting those affected. If you're watching this and thinking, it's too late for me, I'm here to tell you it's never too late to act. Whether you're noticing early signs, caring for someone who is, or simply wanting to learn more, your actions matter. Recognize the signs, seek help, and don't let fear or stigma keep you silent. Let's recap the 10 early signs of dementia you should never ignore. Memory loss that disrupts daily life, difficulty planning or solving problems, confusion with time or place, trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships, problems with speaking or writing, misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace steps, decreased or poor judgment, withdrawal from work or social activities, changes in mood and personality, and difficulty completing familiar tasks. Each of these signs can be subtle at first, but together, they paint a picture that deserves attention. If you recognize these symptoms in yourself or someone you love, take action now. Talk to a doctor, reach out for support, and educate yourself. Dementia isn't the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter, and you have the power to shape it. Before you go, I want to ask you to join this community. Subscribe to stay informed about health and wellness topics that matter. Share this video with friends and family. You never know who might need this information. Leave a comment below with your own experiences, questions, or thoughts. Your story could be the lifeline someone else needs. Let's fight dementia together with knowledge, compassion, and hope. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourself and each other.